I want you to imagine walking into a room and carrying yourself like the version of you that already makes seven figures. How would you talk? What decisions would you no longer delay? What excuses would no longer fly? For me, that shift happened when I realized I was operating from survival mode. I was doing busy work, but not building wealth. That's when I started treating myself like a CEO, tracking my income, facing my numbers, and planning with purpose. That is what I call internal wealth, right? If you don't believe in your ability to lead, grow, and manage money, it doesn't matter what's in your bank account. It starts with belief. Then it moves into behavior. So let's break it down a little bit more. Millionaires value their time. They protect their calendar. Millionaires don't just make money, they multiply it with strategy. And millionaires surround themselves with accountability and mentorship. So my question to you is, are your habits matching your goals? And yes, part of this is going to be letting go of broke thoughts. Things like, let's see, what's one of my favorites? I'm just not good with numbers. Money is stressful. Or I'll look at it later. That's my favorite. I'll look at it later because I was guilty of that one. So let's kill that right now. Drop in the chat. What's one broke belief you're going to release? Most people aren't broke because they don't work hard, okay? They're broke because they don't have systems. Let's walk through the 5 millionaire habits that keep your money moving and your stress low. I want to break each one down with real life application so you see how doable this is, okay? So number 1, know your numbers. Not just revenue, know your profit margin. Know what's draining your money. Know what's coming in and what's going out. Number 2, weekly money check-ins. This is a habit that saved me. I call this the 10-minute money review. Every week, you log into your accounts, you list your income, expenses, and current balance. You reflect on where you need to adjust and on any upcoming payments or big changes or anything else that you need to identify in that moment, right? It brings peace. It brings clarity. And when your business feels peaceful, it becomes powerful. That's it. 10 minutes weekly, okay? It's a habit that changed my entire business. Habit number 3, keep clean books. You need a financial command center. I don't care if it's like QuickBooks, a spreadsheet like our small business income track account, small business bookkeeping tracker. There's so many of them out there that you can use, right? You can build a system with your bookkeeper. Just have one. No more shoe boxes. No more crossing your fingers during tax time. Clean books equals clean business, which equals a confident CEO. Okay. Number 4, data-based decisions. Stop asking your gut to make financial calls when you haven't looked at the actual numbers. You deserve to know if that launch you did was profitable, if your team is a smart investment, if you can afford to scale. Like, data tells the truth. Let's use it. No more emotional money moves. Look at your numbers. Let them guide you, okay? Pricing, spending, hiring, all of it should be data informed. And then finally, number 5, pay yourself like a boss. I saved this one for last because it's the one that too many people skip. Most of us, and I did this too, so I was in this boat. We pay ourselves last. We pay all the bills first, pay everybody else first, and if anything was left over, that's what you got. Not anymore. Now I have systems in place to make sure I get paid on time, consistently, and with intention. That's how you build real wealth, right? This was my turning point. When I started paying myself first, it changed how I viewed myself and how I ran everything. You deserve to be paid like the CEO that you are. So drop a number in the chat, 1 through 5. Which one is your strongest right now? And which one are you committing to improving this month? Okay, so let's go into, all right, let's be real. Avoidance is expensive, right? Every time you say, I'll do this later, I'll deal with it later, you're stacking up costs. Money from late fees, overdrafts, missing deductions, costs. Mental energy from overthinking and second guessing everything, costs. Time from fixing mistakes later, costs. Let me tell you a quick story. I had a client who hadn't looked at her books in nearly a year. She was making money but didn't know where it was going. Come tax season, she owed thousands and didn't have it to pay because she wasn't putting it aside. Why? Because she never tracked it. We implemented weekly check-ins, added software, cleaned up her books, and within 6 months, she had savings, tax money set aside, and most importantly, she had peace. So avoidance is costing you money, it's expensive, but clarity is power and clarity is healing. And just having that peace alone is priceless. You know, it's funny being an accountant and saying I wasn't on top of my books because I was so busy working on everybody else's. The last thing I want to do is get off work from working on everybody else's and come home and work on mine. But that's what we have to do sometimes. And for me, that was really an eye-opener. And so I do relate to a lot of the things that you guys feel and say, and I understand, I get it, because I was just like you, just kind of trying to figure it out. And so that's what kind of led me to do some of the things that I'm doing now, to share that information, because I want all of us to win. I want, all of us to grow and expand and excel and just have fabulous lives, right? So let's do it together. So let's move on. Let's talk about systems. And by systems, I'm not talking about spreadsheets, okay? So chaos is showing up to your business every day, putting out fires. Systems are showing up and working a plan. Systems are rituals, the routines, and the responsibilities that keep your money flowing, right? They're how you build legacy, not just income. So think about a restaurant. Every plate that hits the table is backed by a system. You have prep, timing, quality control. Your business needs that too. So here's what a system can look like for you. Looks like us creating a calendar reminder every Monday for your 10-minute money check-in. Automated transfers into your tax, savings, and profit accounts. One centralized dashboard that shows you what's going on. and having a relationship with a pro like me that can answer the right questions for you. So let me ask you this. Would you get on a plane with a pilot who said, I don't follow checklists. I just kind of feel it out and do what I want to do in the cockpit, hit the buttons I want to hit? Would you get in that plane? Would you fly with him? Of course not. Your finances need structure too.